Hello, welcome to my channel. One of my biggest pet peeves is when a company out there just brags so much about their product, they're calling it the best and the greatest invention and blah 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 and all this stuff. I just hate that. When it comes to bike parts and being in hobbies or sports or things, just market your product naturally and don't sit there and try to claim that you have, made some great achievement or you're doing the best thing ever. It's the worst kind of marketing ever. So I got a product that I'm going to talk about that does just that, and we're going to find out if it's what it's all cracked up to be.
There we go. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Woo. Yeah. That was so fun. Wow. Tree. Yes. You get to see Biff number 2.
Well, looky here. A pair of Pedaling Innovation Catalyst pedals. So, you guys know how much experience I have in riding, how long I've been riding for. So let's take a look at these things. First of all, they're offering a free pair of pedals after I just purchased them. Okay, whatever. And then stickers, like, am I really going to put these stickers? Maybe I should put this cool pedal sticker on the back of my Toyota Tacoma. Yeah, that'd be cool. Not. Okay, so let's start looking at this graphic here. To get the most from your Catalyst pedals, position your foot so that the axle is in the middle of your arch. So, yeah, that I've actually done this on regular pedals and it feels really awkward to me. The foot placement improves your pedaling in 3 ways. Power. By supporting both ends of the arch of your foot, you naturally support the arch itself, which gets rid of the flex in the foot. Well, you can do that by getting stiffer shoes. I have some carbon mountain bike shoes. Yeah, granted, they're clipless, but the clip is pretty small and they're way stiffer feeling than any platform pedal I've ever ridden. And then efficiency, the midfoot placement of the axle balances the foot, which takes stress off the ankle joint and allows for better recruitment of the hips. That's a pretty bold claim. Okay. Stability and comfort. A balanced foot position results in a more balanced application of force into the pedals. So this I don't necessarily agree with, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes here. So this is what they're wanting you to do, is they're wanting you to slide your foot forward on your pedal. So really the ball is on that front edge of the pedal, and this is almost coming to your heel, depending on your foot size, obviously. That's not saying that you couldn't just slide your foot back into the normal position and just get the benefits of a bigger platform, right? So, I mean, you're not required to do this. So let's look at the pedals themselves. And take this out of the box. Let's get this out of the way so we don't have too much background noise, and I'll just have my dirty workbench. So here's the pedals. So they're quite a bit longer this way, and they're pretty thin this way. We'll talk about a couple of the things that I do like about these. One is this center part, and because these are aluminum, they can get away with it, doesn't stick way up, and so you won't really feel that center part. So if you look at it from this, see how low of a profile this is where the axle and bearings go. So that's kind of nice. Another thing I like about this pedal is the pins aren't like super big. Like, you see these pedals and the pins are just huge, and I'll show you that in just a second here. So those are the two things immediately that I could see that I like. If you're ever wondering why pedals have this angle on the ends, the reason for that is if your pedal ends up in a position like this when your foot's not on the pedal and you go to put your foot on the pedal, it'll naturally get knocked flat. As if you had a flat edge on here, it's very possible everything could line up perfectly and you put your foot on and it sticks on that flat edge, and then the pedal flips on you and makes you, slip a pedal forward or backwards, and that's just a disaster waiting to happen. So that's why many pedal companies create this angle on the front and back, and that was designed by Shimano back in the 80s with their original Shimano DX BMX pedal. So that's nothing new that these guys are doing. So there you go, and longer that way. So let's compare these to my current, I don't know if it's my favorite pedal, but it's definitely the one I use the most right now. And that would be some Race Face Chesters, which I have some brand new ones right here that I've yet to put on a bike. So there we go. Here's Chester. So a lot of people know about Chesters. And there's those two things I talked about that Chesters have that kind of bug me a little bit. One, see that center part? It sticks way up. So you kind of can feel that with your shoe, especially if you have thinner shoes. And then the second thing, look at how big those pins are. You do not want to slip a pedal with these guys. Those are huge pins. Compare them to these pins. Way less gnarly. So if you have a good shoe like a Vans or a 510 or something, I have a feeling these are going to be plenty of traction. You don't need these huge pins. It's always been one of those interesting things I've wondered about Chesters and some other pedals. There's some Cro-Mag pedals out there that are pretty gnarly like this. So, and then I want to compare to some pedals I do like. So these are Thermalite pedals. They're made by Stolen BMX company. They have the things I do like. They have the shallower pins, and these grip plenty good. I had these on my low side, and they grip really well. They also don't have the bone or that part sticking up in the middle. They're a nice flat platform, but they are also thicker this way. But they have the angled edges, so if you were to land on the pedal this way, the pedal will naturally flop down for you, and they won't ever get stuck in this position. So things like that. But I really like these pedals. These are some of my favorite pedals. Like I said, I ran them on my low side last year. That's why they're all dirty. We'll put those aside and get back to the Catalyst pedal. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about what my concerns are about this pedal. Okay, so I have my Hey Duke sitting right here, so I'm going to kind of compare. Wow, that's loud. So anyway, these pedals are, I don't even know what brand these are actually, but they were at the Red Raven when I bought the bike, and they're pretty nice. I actually like them. The Catalyst pedal is going to be longer front to back, and so there you have it. Couple of things I do like about these is they also don't have that part sticking up. They do have some pretty gnarly looking pins though, and they are thicker this way. So just a couple of things to note. They actually don't have that much of an angled edge, but enough, on the end. So you'll see a lot of those same traits in platform pedals. So one of the things I'm going to talk about with this pedal is if you have your foot forward on the pedal like this, now you got your toe sticking way out there. Sometimes you can get wheel bite on some bikes. And the other thing I would be concerned about is when I pedal, and I'm going to just simulate this, I like to come down and push and point my toe and pedal through the pedal stroke. So my pedal's way down here, and then pull up. And so as you do that, the front edge of this pedal is going to get closer to the ground. Or if you have your foot overhanging, your toe's going to be closer to the ground and you risk hitting things as you're pedaling through. I have a feeling that's going to be an issue with these pedals on the mountain bike trail. I can almost guarantee it. I won't know for sure until I actually put these on a bike and take them on a trail, but that is probably one of my bigger issues. Is one of the reasons you don't see huge platforms is because they will hit the ground easier. And I just don't, you're going to get rock strikes, pedal strikes, log strikes, all those things a lot easier with these, in my opinion. So that's one of the bigger issues with these. So what I'm going to do, and we'll have to wait until the snow mostly goes away, but I'll put these on a bike, maybe this bike right here, and I will test and compare the two different pedals. And I'm going to test a few different categories. I'll test the amount of traction my shoe has on the pedal, which is always really important, versus other pedals. And then we'll test whether they feel like they have more power or not. We'll actually test their theory of putting my foot forward, and do I feel like I have more power that way or not. And we'll just do these tests that they seem to brag about and think are what make this pedal such an amazing thing. And I have a lot of experience riding bikes for many, many, many years. So I'm going to doubt their claims. I'm going to just say it now. But until I actually do it, maybe it'll change my mind. So I guess we'll find out. So there you have it. I'm going to test these pedals out as soon as I can. There'll be another video, and I'll let you know what I think of them. I really appreciate your support from my channel. Please like and subscribe.